Okay. Good afternoon. I would like to call the meeting of the St. Louis County Board of Zoning Adjustment meeting to order. The board members present today are Angelia Bills, Vice Chair, and Justin Randall, member. The Department of Planning staff members are Debbie Nesbitt, Mel Wilson, Abby Freudo, and Gretchen Arnold. Also on the call is Noah Goldcamp from the County Counsel's Office. First, I would like to offer into the record the affidavit of publication pertaining to today's meeting, June 1st, 2022. The board hereby takes official notice of and admits into evidence on the record the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance, Chapter 1003, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended, and Chapter 1004, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended. Next, I would like to call for a motion to approve the minutes of the previous BZA meeting of May 18th, 2022. Is there a motion?
So moved.
I second it. This meeting is conducted as a teleconference and is recorded. The planning staff will read each request into the record and present technical advice to the board if needed. The petitioner will be unmuted, state their name, and make a brief presentation to the board explaining the reason and hardship for the requested variance. The board will not consider financial hardships. Board members may ask questions to clarify the facts. When the board is satisfied with the material presented, the chairperson will then ask if there is anyone in favor or opposition to the request. To do so, please click the hand next to your name. If any comments were submitted, staff will read them into the record. Before a call for the vote, the petitioner may request a continuance in order to bring in additional documentation. The board may also request a continuance to gather additional information or for a visit to the site. Once comments have been heard, the chairperson will call for a vote. At that time, the discussion is ended. No further discussion is permitted. The board will generally make a decision today. Since there are only 2 board members present at this time, if the board's vote is split, the request will be deemed held until a 3rd member is appointed. If a variance is approved, the petitioner has 6 months to obtain the necessary permits or establish the use requested, or the variance will expire. Petitioner or any interested party has the right of appeal to the St. Louis County Circuit Court. This must be done within 30 days of the decision. Paperwork indicating the board's decision will be mailed to the petitioner.
(46-22) Christina Vogt requests an exception to the front yard regulations for the purpose of constructing a new deck at 929 New Baldwin Road, maintaining a front yard of 27 feet in lieu of 50 feet as required by the NU non-urban district regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. Okay, Al Schlobaum, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Alrighty. I'm representing the owner, Christina Vogt, who purchased the home at 929 New Baldwin Road in November of 19, just outside the Baldwin city limits. At that time, there was a 24-foot long handicap access ramp with 2 landings that was in place when she purchased it. We believe those to be installed in 2006 when the home was originally constructed. The ramp came out 9 foot from the home towards the road, was very deteriorated and rotten. We had to remove it for safety reasons, which she and her friends actually did that in March of this year. Currently, she has no access to her front door. She's going in and out the side door. I'm requesting on her behalf a variance to allow her to install a 12-foot wide by 8-foot out from the home deck with a set of steps parallel to the home and south toward the driveway. in accordance to the plans we submitted to St. Louis County Building Department. The plot plan I provided shows the home is 35 foot from the road easement, so the new deck would be 27 foot from that easement. No other property or structures will be affected. The only issue, as Tim Brakeman explained it, is the distance from the edge of the deck to the new Baldwin Road easement. However, there still will be 45 feet from the actual road to the deck. I think it's pretty simple. That's our request. I have some additional comparisons.
Justin, do you have any questions?
Oh, I guess, so the existing setback for along this road is 50 feet, is that correct?
Yes,
And the existing house doesn't even meet that, correct?
correct.
Okay, that's all my questions.
Can I add something else?
Yeah.
For comparison, the GIS map shows just to the north of this, there's a couple of almost brand new homes that are constructed within about 15 foot of the easement.
I think I know the properties you're talking about, and they also had to go, they came before this board as well to
I would imagine.
seek variances.
Is there anyone else in attendance in favor or opposition?
I don't see anyone, so at this time, I'm also going to mute the petitioner for the board to take their vote.
Hearing none, 46-22, I vote to approve the variance as advertised and the hardship being the need to have a back exit for the property.
A front exit?
I mean, I'm sorry, up front.
Okay, yeah, I would concur.
Forty-seven 22 Fortune Bank requests an exception to the sign regulations for the purpose of replacing an existing freestanding sign at 6121 Telegraph Road, maintaining a sign size of 95 square feet in lieu of 50 square feet as required by the C8 Planned Commercial District Regulations and Section 1003.168 sign regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance and C8 Ordinance 26,074. The board would note that this petition is one that the staff wrote a recommendation of approval for, which was included in your packet. And at this time, Matt Meyer, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Thank you. My name is Matt Meyer. I represent Zigland Signs out of Washington, Missouri. What we are requesting, and it's not actually 90 feet, we're requesting 95. We're replacing the sign that is there with the old tenant for a new tenant, and their sign there is at 100 square foot. So we're coming in just under 5 square feet less than that. It's to maintain visibility from the road. We're trying to replace pretty much with what is there, what we're going to put back up, and that's all we're requesting.
Do you have any questions?
I'm familiar with this area, so I don't have any further questions.
Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I don't see anyone, so at this time, I'm also going to mute the petitioner for the board to take their vote.
The matter of 47-22, I recommend approval of the requested variance to 95 square feet in lieu of their maximum of 50 square feet based on the location of the sign on Telegraph Road.
Seconded, and I also would like to add that the new sign will be smaller than the existing sign.
Forty-eight 22 Nana's Farmhouse requests an exception to the sign regulations for the purpose of installing a wall sign on a mansard roof at 11501 Concord Village Avenue, also known as 5451 South Limburg, maintaining a sign projection of 24 inches in lieu of 12 inches above the roof line as required by the C3 shopping district regulations and section 1003.168 sign regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. This is the second sign petition that the staff submitted a report recommending approval for. And Ryan, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I'm Ryan Mashaney. I own a sign company, and I'm here on behalf of Nana's Farmhouse. And what we're looking for is a sign close to what was up there, basically. There was a sign that was even larger than this that was taken down by the prior tenant that was probably 4 foot tall. And I realized that going through this process with that roof being slanted, that we were only going to be allowed 1 foot tall sign. And on a busy road like Lindbergh that people are driving 45, 50 miles an hour on, we're looking to gain as much exposure as we can on that elevation due to just the size of the building. If you look at the square footage allowable, we're even way underneath of the 5% rule that is normal for St. Louis County. So I don't feel like we're asking for anything over the top. We're just trying to maximize the visibility on that large road.
Was this previously approved? The existing sign, was it approved with a variance or no?
I have no idea. That was a prior tenant that was in that building that took it off the building while we were in the process, or while Nana's was in the process of negotiating the lease and everything. So they didn't have the sign that was automatically grandfathered in, I'm sure. And due to that roof being slanted, we were only going to be allowed 1 foot tall as opposed to just a standard 5% rule, which that's what I was hoping for. But with the 1 foot tall, it really didn't. That's our hardship, trying to put a 1 foot tall sign on a building that big is very small for the size of that building and the distance off the road that it is. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And just to answer your question, Justin, I don't see that there was a variance granted previously for a wall sign. It looks like there was a setback variance, back in the 80s, but
Okay.
nothing for a wall sign.
Is there any, do you have any more questions, Justin?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone here for or against who would like to speak?
I don't see anyone, so at this time I will also mute the petitioner.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I think the system was
Oh,
lagging.
sorry. No, I did not see anyone who wished to speak on this petition, and so I've also muted the petitioner so you can take your vote.
Thank you.
Do you want it, Angela, or you want me to?
48-22. I'll take it. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're breaking up a little bit, but I can.
Okay. Okay, 48-22, I vote to approve the variance as advertised. The hardship being that, that street is pretty fast and it's, probably difficult for people to see the sign.
I will second and concur.
Forty-nine 22 DRHGWM Properties LLC requests an exception to the front yard regulations for the purpose of constructing a freestanding sign at 1411 North Warson Road, maintaining a front yard of 10 feet in lieu of 25 feet, as required by the M1 planned commercial district, the M1 Planned Industrial District regulations, and Section 1003.168 sign regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. The staff report included in your packet recommended approval of this request. And Sean Bagent, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
So we're well below square footage, height, and all that other stuff. Basically, the situation here is there was about 15 feet front property line taken away from this property when some high voltage power lines were installed. So what we're really looking for is just to be able to use what was the 25-foot setback before those power lines went in. So the property line is 15 feet less than what it used to be. So instead of 25-foot setback, which pushes our sign way off to the side of the building, it's up towards the building, we'd like to put it there. See, actually, I rendered it there on a sign that used to be there 6 years ago. And that is 10-foot setback to me.
Sean, I think your audio cut out.
Hear you?
I can't hear you.
I think you're muted.
No, he's.
Does it still show his microphone connected, Abby? Like you could mute and unmute him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened then.
What's going
Oh.
on with
Oh, kind of hear him.
Yeah, it
there, so
goes
you
in and
see-
out.
Yes.
Okay, so basically there used to be a 25-foot setback, but we lost 15 feet when high voltage power lines were put in. So that would put us at 10 feet from the new 25-foot setback. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
There used to be a sign actually at that 25-foot setback. It's the same location where we're trying to put the sign, which is now only 10 foot from the setback from the property line.
Okay.
So I just want to add that Sean, what Sean said about the location of the power lines is accurate, but if you go back to that other exhibit, Abby, you can see that there was actually right-of-way dedicated that moved the property line over. So there's an exhibit showing the plat, and that red hatched, the boxed area shows the 15 feet that was dedicated to St. Louis County, which is also where the power lines are.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
So will the sign be in the spot that it's in now, or will it move closer to the street?
There's no sign there now. There used to be a sign, and
Mhm.
that's the location where we want to put the new one. It's gonna be on a new pole.
Same
anyway, but that
location.
Rendering is right where the old one used to be. I rendered it onto where that old pole was, but we're putting a new pole in the ground.
Okay, but it'll be in that location.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Is there anyone in favor or opposition?
I don't see anyone, so at this time I will also mute the petitioner so the board can vote.
In the matter of 49-22, I recommend approval based on the staff's recommendation for the sign variance.
I second it.
50-22 DXD Properties LLC requests an exception to the front yard regulations for the purpose of replacing a freestanding sign at 8507 Gravoy Road, maintaining a front yard of 0 feet in lieu of 15 feet as required by the C2 Shopping District Regulations and Section 1003.168 Sign Regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. The staff report included in your packet recommended approval of this request. And okay, Chris, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, I'm not very good at this, but basically, if you, I don't see any of the pictures. I see them, just the map there, but the existing structure is there currently in their front yard. So the existing concrete, pole, steel, everything's there. Just the previous owner. Oh, there we go. They unbolted the sign. There's 4 bolts on the top, and they just took the sign with them. So it's just set up so that the person that owns the building now, they just want to rebolt the sign right to the top of the existing pole. That pole is, I think from my notes on that engineer's site plan, it's about 18 feet back from the edge of the curb. So that would put the sign, about 7 feet back behind the sidewalk. So we don't want to build anything or do anything. Everything's already there. We just want to take a sign and put it on top of that existing pole. And the new sign would actually be 24 square feet. The one that was previously there that was approved was 28.8 square feet. So it's actually going to be shorter and narrower than the sign that was previously permitted to go on that pole. If somebody's talking, I can't hear you.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
I don't have any further questions.
Okay. So yeah, we're not wanting to erect anything new, just
Okay,
he just wants to reuse what's there to save
right.
having to buy everything new again.
And this is sort of similar to the Warson situation where, back in the day, Gravoy Road was a lot narrower. So the front yard of this lot was a lot deeper, which is what we said in the staff report.
Have any questions either? Is there anyone in favor or opposition who would like to speak?
I don't see anyone, so at this time I will mute the petitioner so that the board can vote.
Okay, hearing none. 50-22, I vote to approve the variance as advertised.
I will second that.
Okay, and that is all.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Guys, in 2
Yes.
weeks. Okay,
Thanks, everyone.
thank you.